What's going on, people? It's Mr. Dole back again with the review show. I hope everyone's fit and well. Yes, Forest won. Back on the competition football, and it was an easy win for Nottingham Forest. We beat Blackburn 4-1 at Owen Park. I do apologise for the delay. I was stuck in traffic as usual. People, how are you reacting from yesterday's game? I've got the panel back again. But before I do introduce to him, if you are new to my channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and comment below, people. How are you feeling about yesterday's win? And we'll be doing the draw as well. So the draw will be about 10:30. So if you do want to interact with us, and plus, who do you want? Who do you want, people? Because I know at the moment in time, Man City winning Liverpool, but who do you want? It could be Man City, Liverpool, or whatever. Right. Let's start with the panel. We've got the Welshman, we've got the Englishman, we've got Jack Grealish, we've got we've got a lot of people. So people show some love to the panel. First of all, we're going to start with the Welsh Steve. How you doing, Welsh Steve?
Yeah, right, Ben. Right, Steve. Hi, Dad.
I'm all right, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, all fired up for the Christmas period now.
I'm a Grinch, people. People who's looking forward to Christmas, I'm not. I'm a Grinch.
I don't know why.
I haven't. Next up, we've got English Steve. How you doing, English Steve?
I'm all right, mate. Bit tired from last night, obviously. Managed to get in but just before 2:00 and then back up work, well, if that's what you call it, work. But yeah, very tired, believe you me.
Oh, dude. And last but not least, we got Adam Astle, aka Jack Grealish. How you doing, Adam?
I'm all right, thanks, Mr. Dore. How are you?
I'm not too bad. I'm happy at last. I'm happy because we're in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, and people in the comments, when's the last time is it 94?
1994.
94. We've been in a probably quarterfinal, and it's just been an amazing year for
Sorry,
Forest
guys, I was only one.
we know English Steve. He was about 50. So,
Excuse me, Mr. Dore.
I think Steve remembers 1959 final against Luton, do?
Hey, well, Steve, hold on, because it can come back as quick as it comes this way. All right, okay, all right. Well, we won't talk about the World Cup. Okay. Did you just say the last time we were in a quarterfinal was 94?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Weren't we in the quarterfinal in the FA Cup last year?
League Cup.
League Cup. Technicality. I didn't know whether you said the League Cup.
League Cup. See?
And did we go to Wembley in the last time we were in the quarterfinal? 94. We didn't we?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
right. I'm just saying. You see?
Oh, here we go.
I've got the brains. I no stats.
Here we go. Here comes the brainy Englishman. But like before we
moving on.
Before we talk about yesterday's game, we show the comments. Dore, what happened in the tweet? Who's the panel tonight? Was excited to see who's coming on. I hope you're all well. Yes, I do apologize. I've not had time to tweet it. So we are here now. Who's playing for tonight? We should blame. Who should blame? We blame English Steve. We blame English Steve.
Yeah,
yes.
Blame me.
Blame
I got blamed for the crisis in Ukraine the other week, so might as well blame me for this.
Oh, days. As well. Number one for Eve. How you doing, Eve? Good evening, Mr. Dore, Steve. Adam, Steve. Hope you're well. I've been enjoying pictures, which I'm including while I'm watching. And listen, well done, Eve. Make sure you do some drawing.
I've got something to tell you guys, and she's going to reveal it at some point. She's in the middle of drawing a picture of me and her at the moment.
Good. Oh, good. That's it.
Yeah.
Eve.
I'm looking forward to seeing that a lot.
Oh, I think I am too, Eve. But yeah, shout out to Eve. And like I said, people as well, if you want a calendar, people from Eve, please do message me, message Malcolm, and we'll send you straight away to get your calendar. As well, another good one was Dad's evening, guys. I don't mind who we got next. I hope it isn't out of sit gone though. People in the comments, who do you want in the quarterfinals? I will ask the panel who they want later on the show. Right, let's talk about yesterday's game. People, as you know, I missed the first half, but I've got the panel here. What's funny? It's not funny. What's funny?
It's all about pre-planning, Ben.
We did pre-plan. It's a bloody traffic. It was horrible.
I was there at 5:00, by the way, guys, and he had me tickets. He had my tickets.
That's pre-planning.
Oh, here he goes. Right, so let's talk about yesterday's game, and I'm gonna start with you. No, I'm start with you, English Steve. Like first half, no, the whole game. What was your thoughts on the whole game?
Well, actually, Ben, driving up there, I thought Blackburn would have. I got a sneaky feeling that Blackburn might beat us because they would have been sharper 2 games in. Forest coming back on 1. But you know what? 30 minutes, I was like thinking we should be in the next round already. We actually battered them. Absolutely battered them. We looked sharp. We looked good. If we'd took a chances, we should have been out. I was really impressed. And, a silly foul and, Joe not getting in front of his man, causing their goal. But you know what? We looked good last night, didn't we? We looked sharp against them. Real sharp. And some of these players, I think Lingard, the break's done him really good. I was really impressed with Lingard. But yeah, we should have been out of sight after 30 minutes. My opinion, I was there. I got there for the first half. I pre-planned it. You know what I mean? No accidents with roadworks. I got through them. All right. No excuse. I mean, even though Mr. Dore would have fell asleep through the roadworks because he falls asleep through every journey. You know what I mean? But yeah, I got there and we should have been in the second round. Well, sorry, quarterfinal after 30 minutes. But hey,
Thanks, Steve.
Ben will explain to what happened in the second half because that's what he got there for.
Ooh, okay. I let 1-0 Steve there. 1-0 Steve there. I'll let him hit the first shot at me. It's fine, people. If you want to have a little cheap dig at English Steve, please do. Let me start with again next. Adam, what was your thoughts on the game?
I think we were fantastic, and I was really impressed with Brennan Johnson. He didn't let the World Cup get to him after Wales crashing out so early, and it's sorry, Steve. Sorry, Steve. I had to say it.
Hang on.
I didn't know they were in it, Adam.
Hang on.
I didn't know they were in it.
Hang on. What's
They
that word?
took part.
Le bleu. Giroud.
But
Giroud.
honestly, on a serious note, Brennan Johnson, it didn't phase him whatsoever. He was by far the player of the match, and it was a fantastic performance. And Forest didn't treat it for granted. They didn't get too cocky, thinking it could just walk all over him. I know they made 11 changes, Blackburn, but I was a bit shocked, to be honest. I thought they might have just, started Tyrese Dolan or Ben Brereton Diaz, perhaps. But other than that, they just came in with a game plan and take it to Blackburn and just do what we normally should do. Like what are we playing the Premier League? And as English Steve just mentioned, Jesse Lingard has just been phenomenal. Been phenomenal in that game, and the World Cup has proven so. He's done him a hell of a lot of good. And Awoniyi was brilliant last night. His physical presence, their centre half just could not handle him, which built up to the third goal. So and he does. I know he does get slated quite a bit, but you know what? He's a big lad. He's very physical up front, and he'll get you some goals. And and sometimes you need strikers like that in your team.
Well, Steve, do you echo what English Steve and Adam says about yesterday? Because let's say it was just a fantastic performance all around, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching Forest play last night. Really, for 90 minutes, got you, watching the game. Like some parts of the game, can drift away from you. But that 90 minutes was just a good, solid performance. It was non-stop for me, just going forward all the time, which was really impressive for me. And what I would say about the World Cup boys, even though like Johnson Lee got up early, there was something about the boys last night. It was like this aura around them with Fuller as well in midfield. I've noticed they've come back, and it's just that the confidence has got up a bit. And you could tell they were World Cup players on the pitch. And what's that annoying me as well? It's like, it's one of them situations last night we couldn't win, because I've seen a lot of comments online saying, Blackburn fans especially biting back, saying, "Oh, you've beaten our second string, you've beaten our kids." But then if they'd beaten us, then they would have said, our second string have beaten you. We can only beat who's in front of us. So we stamped our authority last night to say we're a Premiership club. And we didn't care if it was second string or first string. We put them to the slaughter, destroyed them, because I think we should have doubled that. 8 or 9 would have flattened them, I think.
And you know what, Steve? Well, Steve, you know what, you made a great point, because the thing is, no matter who you get put in front of you, got to beat them. Look at us many years ago in the FA Cup when we had the youngsters out and we got and beat Arsenal 4-2.
Yeah,
and Arsenal took us for granted, and they got punished for it. So we did the right thing, really. What any football club should do, any football team should do. You got to go out there and do your job and get yourself through to the next round.
But Johnson, from a Welsh point of view, obviously he couldn't really get into the World Cup, because how Dan James stands in front of him, I never know. Right? I'm not being biased, but Johnson should start in front of him. But Johnson just looked a man possessed last night. Absolutely possessed, didn't he?
Sharp.
And
he's better than Daniel James, I think. A lot better than Daniel James.
100%. Daniel James is a chicken. Yeah. But Nico looked up for it as well. He's had an emotional World Cup with his grandfather as well. But again, like I said, Freuler as well. Freuler just had a bit of calmness on the pitch as well. You just seen that class. He's starting to really come through now.
100%. I'm just going to give you a comment. I think this is for you, Adam. And this is £1.79. Grealish. So thank you for £1.
How much Grealish is on an hour? £1.79.
Yeah, I know.
That's how much that Grealish is on an hour.
I know, exactly. So you get off wish.
Yeah. Thank you for the £1.79, Kim. Peace and love for that as well. This is for Ricky. Good panel. Yes, we looked good yesterday, and 2 points against Man U just would be great. We'll talk about that later on, people. Like I said, it was just a great performance, and let's talk about these players. Like, we talk about Johnson, we talk about Lingard, Tawane, all on the score sheet yesterday. English Steve, like I said, it's good to see these 3 players scoring, because we've got big games coming up, and just to them 2 scoring, getting goals against Blackburn, it's given a massive confidence, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think, like you say, I mean, me driving up there, I just thought, they'd had 2 games. Like I said earlier, they'd had 2 games, they were going to be sharper. And I was really, really surprised with the first. I agree with what Adam and Steve said, their second string, well, if they'd have beat us 2-0, it would have been our second string beat your first team. I always thought Stevie would play a strong team, because I think he wanted this as sharpness for Wednesday. Totally agree with that. I think that's good management by the guy. And I just thought that we moved the ball. I just keep going to it. 30 minutes into the game, I'm thinking we should be in the second round. I'm sorry, the next round. We looked a Premier League team. And I do say this. I have got a couple of reservations about a couple of the players, but it's fair enough. I think we've all got opinions.
Yeah. What is it?
I think I'm going to surprise Steve here. I think Nico Williams gives too many needless fouls away, and everyone was talking about, their first goal, Blackburn goal. Joe should have got in front of, should have defended better. He knows that. We all know that. Little people, I've heard today having a few bad words about Joe, but he had a bad game, and every player's entitled to a bad game. But the goal came from a very, very needless foul, even though I don't think it was a foul. It was a needless foul by Nico. The guy was going nowhere. And it's allowed a set piece going into our box. But, and Bolly, for me, every time he brings the ball out, I start hiding behind the seat, that sort of thing. And I do think, if we get a decent centre-back and someone up top, I think we'll be all right. I do. I think we'll get over that line, the dotted line above, get over, stay up and rebuild. But yeah, there's some good players yesterday that looked as if the break come at the right time. Because I think everyone in the Premier League, Ben, no one knows how these players were going to react. We've had this break, teams that were flying, teams that were struggling, they've had a bit, and I think I was quite surprised how sharp we looked. Really was. I don't know about you guys, how sharp we looked. I mean, Jono, he was like razor.
I see. I think when I was in the car, I shout out to Alison Johnson for doing a commentary in the first half while I was on the way to the car. She was doing it. She was sending her what's happening, blah blah blah. So shout out to Alison Johnson. That's Brennan's mum. Adam, like I said, we were talking about Brennan. Alan said especially with the second half, I thought it was really, really good. And the goal he took as well, Adam, he just that he needs that, don't he? Because everyone's giving criticism. Like I said, he's not good enough for Premier League, blah blah blah. But he's a young lad. He's a young lad, and that goal, the way it was, I think he's ready to play against this big club, isn't he?
He is, absolutely. It's the confidence he needed to progress on, because I mean the fourth goal, he just took it with ease, and it was such a fabulous finish into the bottom left-hand corner, and it was a striker's finish, a typical striker's finish. Even Sam Surridge would have scored a goal like that, you know what I mean? And it's just so fabulous to see, such a young lad who's he's surpassed what his dad's done. Sorry, Johnson Senior, but he's just, for me, he's still got all those years to go, and there's going to be big things happening for him. Honestly, I can just see it in the next few years, maybe a couple of years. If he just carries on the way he is, he's just a fabulous talent, and he's a privilege to watch. And it's great because majority of the Forest fans now will watch 2 generations of Johnsons and playing for Forest. So it's just fantastic to see. But it was that game it needed for us to just kickstart back our season and give us confidence going into the Manchester United game.
Can I just say one thing just quickly? Brennan Johnson is and this is not a dig at Brennan Johnson whatsoever. Please don't. Anyone who's watching this is not a dig. People are having a go at him. He's not the finished article yet because he's still learning his trade. I think the World Cup, he has come up against a bigger stage and bigger players, which is going to do what everyone's saying here, has given him a huge confidence, because I think he knows he can play at this stage now. Because some of these lads, our Forest lads, the likes of Worrell, Yates and Jono, the local lads as I call it, haven't played at this stage, all right? And now they've got that belief that they can play at this stage. So I think the future's bright. And I think yesterday, Jono was just, every time it went down that right wing, Blackburn were having kittens. They didn't know how to cope with him. They didn't know how to cope with him in the first half.
I think Blackburn, I know they took off their play, didn't they? Because Johnson was absolutely hammering him. Yeah. So that's weird.
Go on.
No, carry on.
Oh, no, before you ask me something, the only criticism of Johnson yesterday, and someone's in the comments just mentioned, is decision making.
Yeah,
in the first half. In that final ball, and the commentator said, he said that's the only thing with Johnson now is just to go to the next level is just getting that final ball. That's what his next stage is at. So go on then. What do you want to ask me?
I'm just saying, like we were talking about Johnson and as well, Tarawani. Yeah, everyone's been criticising him as well. Not scoring goals, la-di-da, he's not good enough. He's not Davis, because we know Davis was fantastic for his last season. Again, when I went to Valencia, he wasn't great, but he got his goal. And he got his goal again, a well-taken goal against Blackburn. Like, these players need this confidence, don't they? Because like I said, this Premier League, it's tough. It's going to be tough, but that goal...
he took that well. Clinical, that was clinical. That was when he went through on goal. Up until now, you probably think, is he going to put that away? Because there was that chance against. Do you remember the Leicester game and he had that chance in the post? Now, since then, you've always still have had that. Is he going to take that chance? But yesterday, brushed it in. Took it well. But can I just shout out to one player?
Yeah,
Toffolo. I think Harry Toffolo had his best game in the Forest shirt yesterday. That guy, again, looked a player who says, I want that left back spot.
I agree well, Steve.
Defender.
Absolutely.
he didn't miss a tackle. He got stuck in. He played like a proper left back. I was a proper left back. He was up and down. He was making overlaps. He was tracking back. You know, he never misplaced a pass. He was outstanding. I thought Toffolo was up there as well with.
He was the Toffolo of all his, what we saw when we played Huddersfield.
It's almost like it's almost like Cooper said to him, right, you bomb forward now. You know, because up until I think he's been a bit conservative and hang back a bit. But last night he was just bombing up and down. So it's Toffolo as well.
Just confirm, Man City have beat Liverpool 3-2. Just to confirm. So, people in the comments, like I said, I did say before the start, who do you want in the Carabao Cup? Like I said, we're going to do a live stream. So, people in the comments, who do you want in the Carabao Cup finals? I'm going to go through the comments as well. And this is from Sunday. Somebody passing was suspected, though. Haha. As well. This is from Rick Forest. How you doing, Ricky? And I just joined, boys. Sorry, but I thought Jesse was class above last night. My man of the match was definitely everything good went through him, and NG was off the ball great. We'll talk about Jesse in a minute. That's why I want to go through the players that scored goals.
I'm not talking about Jesse at all. Can I just say one other thing about a player last night that really impressed me?
Yep.
And we are going to miss. Well, I think I've just given it away. We're going to miss on Wednesday. All right. And there's a lot of people who are 50-50 on this guy.
Yep.
I was very close to him last night, and I watched him last night. Henderson. Absolutely. How big he is. Awesome he is to that back four. I know you weren't there in the first half, Ben, and that's not, obviously I know you had problems.
Yeah.
But he made, I don't know whether anyone can remember it, in the first half, they played across towards the back post, all right? And I think it was Nico coming in, and their centre forward was coming in, and he come out and he sort of punched it, but he sort of like just had a look where Yates was, and he guided the punch down into space for Yates to take it, and we went on the attack. But I watched him yesterday. I was so close to him. I was talking to the back four. He was telling them, what they do, and they have total confidence of this guy behind. Right, Henderson, and I thought he was brilliant yesterday, Henderson, and we're going to miss him on Wednesday, big time. And seriously, we are going to miss him.
I think he's good. He's good enough to be a captain at any team. He's got that captain.
Adam, if we stay up, that's the first 20 million we go and spend. Get him in the sticks,
100%.
right?
I don't think he's going to stay at Man United, to say the truth, because they got the keepers now.
Big fan of him. Big fan of Endo. Big fan of him.
Yeah, he's putting his bridges up, man. I did.
Big fan of him.
I'm going to go through the comments as well. And Civic Stars just said another one. John Lewis Sharp, a great game, but his decision making had two chances to square to tap in, especially the second. He and Lingard and one on the play should have done it before half time. And that is true, to be fair. Like I said, I was watching the game on my phone, and decision making, like I said, he could have done it, but when you're a striker, you walk and do it. But as people were saying, that game should have been dead and buried in the first half an hour. So I get people's opinion about it as well. This is from Kieran. Johnson needs to kick up in the Premier League and not in the Championship anymore. Swin, how you doing, Swin, my brother? Distribution from the keeper and defence was really poor yesterday. Steve, English Steve, do you agree or disagree what Swin says?
Totally disagree. Was he there?
Yeah, he was there.
Totally disagree. I thought Endo was, his distribution, he might have kicked one out on the odd occasion, but I thought Endo was, the defence, I wouldn't say the defence was poor. I think, I'm not going to slag him off because I never slag him. I think Joe had a bad game, and I think we all agree that. We'll all agree on that. And his distribution was poor. Toffolo wasn't poor. But no, distribution. No, I'm sorry. I disagree with that totally. But it's opinion. So, he sees it a different way to what I do.
These things happen, Steve, in football. So, sometimes you tell that slight mistake and it can cost you a goal. And it just happens, you know what I mean? But the good thing is, though, we didn't let it fade us. So we got on in the second half, and we did what we should have done in the first half. We got, we put more goals into the back of the net, and you know, it just happens in football, and you know, and like you said, Steve, English Steve, you know, it's okay for a player to have one bad game. You know, it does
Yeah, it is.
happen. You know, it happens to the best of players in the world. You know,
It is.
so it's normal. We're human beings. So, you know, we at least we've managed to capitalise on it and got the win in the end. So that's all that matters. We're in the quarterfinals now, and Joe Worrell will learn from it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's had a bad game, but let's not forget the 2 games before that game. Him and Bolly were outstanding. They kept 2 clean sheets.
Absolutely,
So,
100%.
you know,
Rock solid.
You've got to look at it from that way. You know, everyone's entitled to a bad game. We all have bad days at work, don't we? So you know, and it's their job. You know, I'll never come on here and slag any Forest player off because they're better than me. They're better than what I ever played at. And to be quite honest, I think they play for the club at the minute, and that's it. He's had a bad game. Move on, Joe. Man, he'll have a blinder, and we'll say it's the best since last break.
We hope.
He'll keep back for that, don't worry.
Yeah. There's 61 people in. Thank you, everyone. That take the time to listen to us talk about the Forest game yesterday. And said the draw is. Someone said it's 10:30. People in the comments, is it 10:30? I hope it's not.
I did see it on the telly again. It did say 10:30.
It just said 10:30 now, Ben.
It is okay. So it is 10:30. So people in the comments, who do you want in the Carabao Cup quarter final? Like I said, I will ask the panel later on in the show. I'm just going to go through the comments as well.
Tell you what, guys, I'm seeing a lot on here that people want Leicester. I forgot about them. I'd like Leicester at the City.
We don't want Leicester.
Yeah, because I
tell you why I want Leicester, because I live obviously in Kettering, and it's a big Leicester fan. And I've had, you know, when we got drummed 4-0, they're giving me grief.
Listen to what Steve. Let me talk to it. I generally don't care about Leicester City. They're not.
I don't care about it.
They're just like a kid. Like if we argue with a Derby fan and there's just a kid across the road asking, "Well, can we help him?" And we'll both stop and we'll say, "No, this is our argument. You keep walking." So I don't care about Leicester. Yes,
that's quite funny.
Yeah,
that's quite. Yeah,
I don't care about Leicester. Like I just don't generally care about them. Yeah, the beat is 4-0. I took a massive L that day. Here's what it is. Right. Well, Steve, let's talk about Jesse Lingard because, like I said, the 2 games before we had to woke up against Spurs and Crystal Palace, great. But yesterday, I thought, second half, I thought he was really good, wasn't he? Well, Steve.
Yeah. What was good is what I'm liking about the front 3 now. If we're not going to play with an out-and-out number 9, which Taiwo can, but he's playing it on the left yesterday. But if we're going to be in that way set up, is be flexible. And what I'm liking is Jesse's coming deep, then going forward, and then we can switch around a bit. So Taiwo can come centrally, Jesse can go wide, and Johnson comes central. If you're going to play that, and when Gibbs White comes back in, Gibbs White can do that as well. So I like it in that regard. If it's going to work, you need that pass and go, which we were doing last night. Did you see the little 1-2s and off the ball that Jesse Lingard was doing? It was class. Yeah. It reminded me of that spell he had at West Ham, driving forward with the ball. And that's what we didn't have in the beginning with him. And now, the 2 games we just touched on and the one last night, he's really showing glimpses now of what he can do. And just that flexibility in the front 3 I'm liking now. And throw Gibbs White in it as well. I like, if we can carry on playing like that, we're going to cause teams problems, you know, because 1 minute they got Taiwo running at them with his strength and you got Jesse behind him in. Like that through ball that Jesse played through for Johnson in the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah. He dissected the defence. Outstanding. That's what the Jesse Lingard we need. That's what we signed him for. So we can say to all these people and say, "Oh, you've wasted money on a free transfer." I'm hoping, right? I hope he goes to Old Trafford and scores.
I do. I really
love it. I really, because I've seen these United fans saying, "Oh, you know, all that money you've wasted on wages." How much money did they waste on Maguire? You know,
yeah, exactly.
Get a grip, like, you know. That's why I hate United. I hope we go there and win. I hope we do.
You know, the thing is as well. So let's say something. The most serious thing, right? On a serious note, is he looks like he's enjoying it now. You know, he's having a big smile on his face when he scored the goal. You know, that's the Jesse Lingard that we know. You know, enjoying his time, enjoying his football. You know, and I know the bloke's gone through a lot mentally as well. And but you know, he's enjoying his football, and that's the Jesse Lingard we want. You know, we want players to enjoy our football, which they are at the moment in general on the Steve Cooper. Of course they are. But it just when he scored that goal, he was just doing his little dance moves and you know, with his teammates around him, and he was enjoying himself. You know, and the more the players enjoy themselves, they're just gonna get better, and they're just gonna be consistent in every game. So, and that's what we want really, especially at the top level.
But see, this is what. So, just a little side note, you know, this is what winds me up about this United situation with Lingard and like Henderson as well. He spoke out about Man United, didn't he, in an interview when he joined us? And what winds me up is we've got Henderson, Ronaldo, Lingard. These players have been speaking out against United, and United fans straight away gone defensive. Surely they need to look at their own club and say, maybe it's not as good as you make out it is, because Lingard now is enjoying his football. Look at the way, like, all United fans say, oh, it was him who was the problem. But maybe it was the club. Henderson spoke up against the club.
I think so.
Maybe it's the club. Maybe it's not the player. Ronaldo has spoken out about the club. Maybe it's about these players going out and enjoying their football now. And like, I hope he signed Henderson. We mentioned earlier. I hope, like, I think Steve said it.
Yeah, I mean, they're only slated Ronaldo. They're only slated Ronaldo because of, because he went on an interview with Piers Morgan. And not many people like him, of course. But I'm actually all right with Piers Morgan, to be fair.
But I've heard a few United fans saying Lingard was the poison in the dressing room at United. But it's funny they say that when he's left.
Everyone
when they
does.
say that, yeah, everyone does, exactly. But I'm just glad Lingard now is finding his and he's obviously got his little click there now with Johnson, Gibbs White, and he does his videos and all that.
I mean, if you watch, I mean, it wasn't really, his mental health was affecting his play. Even he said that, in his documentary on Channel 4.
Yeah.
And if players, if their mental issues are going to help, not going to help them at all. They're not going to put on the performance, and they're not going to enjoy their football. But Jesse Lingard's found his feet now, and is at a club now where he's redeemed himself and he's enjoying his football. And he's enjoying his teammates around him. And to be honest with you, they're welcoming him with open arms. And that's exactly what you want with a new signing. And
fans love him. Fans are starting to love him now.
Yeah, go on, Steve.
No, there was two things that I was just going to quickly say. I thought against Crystal Palace, I thought against Tottenham, he put 110% in. I thought Crystal Palace, he really worked hard. I think I said to my oldest lad, I says, he's putting a shift in. Lingard he was getting better. And last night when that second goal, I think I said to you, Ben, or shouted down the line, I'm really, really pleased he got that second goal, because the build up to that second goal, it was brutal what that defender done. He took him out. There was let's not face it, he took him out. And he'd done the hard work, got through, and he was going to score. So I was really happy that Lingard scored that. I know it took a deflection and went in. It don't matter. I think if that defender weren't there, it was going in anyway in the bottom corner. So I was really pleased. And I agree what Steve says, and I agree what Adam says. He's playing for the cause. You saw that towards the where he went to the corner with the fans. The fans are liking him, and I just he's Talk Sport, Sky have all criticised him going to Forest, but he's come to Forest and he's playing football, and he's playing week in, week out. And okay, there was issues, and I think this break has done him good. I think he's come back sharp, and I think he's going to put in a hell of a performance on Tuesday at Man U. I agree what everyone's saying about Man U. It's a bit like when you leave a job, innit? Before you leave the job, you're the best thing since sliced bread. When you leave the job, it was a waste of space. And we're glad he went. So it happens in football. So it happens everywhere.
I mean, Talk Sport, they're going to criticise him, aren't they? Because at the end of the year, he went from Manchester United, and they look at us and think, oh, hang on a second, this is a team who's not been in the Premier League for 23 years, come up to the Premier League, and then they'll think, oh God, he's low. That's what they're going to think. They're going to think he's lowered his standards. Well, he hasn't. He wants to have a new challenge, and TalkSport will do that because they don't. Personally, they don't respect us enough. For
it's not that. I just don't think. I won't say that, Adam. Don't respect it because, like I said, we're in the Premier League. We brought in all these players. It's been 23 years and that, so we are going to get more eyes looking at us. Is that a bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing. Like people are going to watch us because, like, we're a big club. Are we a big club? Yes, we are a big club. In history-wise, we are a big club. But I think it was Stuart Pearce.
I think what TalkSport didn't get was how we got in front of West Ham. Because I remember listening to TalkSport the exact day we were linked to them. It came through as a breaking news saying there's a new club going in for Jesse Lingard and it's Forest. And I was like, huh? And TalkSport were totally thrown off because they were adamant he was going to West Ham. And then throughout TalkSport, they were saying, well, why would he go to Forest? Like Adam just said, they were like looking down on that going, hang on now, he should be going to West Ham. They completely threw him. They didn't understand at all his way of thought. But then when it all came out that Jesse gave his thought, because I've actually heard through a West Ham supporter, is that Jesse had a lot of abuse at West Ham online. And not nice things are said about him as well. So it's not surprising he didn't go back to because apparently some of the stuff online was vile. I'll just leave it there.
All it is, the main thing, just Lingard is coming to Forest and he's playing happy football. And I think that's what Forest fans want. That's what Forest will want. As we know,
we stay up, he stays. We stay up, he stays.
People in the comments, what do you think? Do you think Jesse Lingard will stay next season?
If he can help us, because he has put an interview out and saying he wants to help Forest try and get a trophy, right? If he can get us to a final, right, and put in performances he has, that legacy and will live this season. And like Steve just touched on, he'll stay in, I think, next season. I think they'll give him a contract.
Yeah, I think he will stay. If we do stay up, he definitely will stay. And I think Henderson will come here on a permanent basis. I really do, because they're both of them are loving it at Forest at the moment as well. So, it's
apparently Jesse's been singing the song. Hasn't Jesse Lingard put a video out singing the song?
I think he has.
I'm not into TikTok, but apparently he's put a song.
I'm not into TikTok people, but my daughter is. I ain't got a clue. I'm looking through the comments. And like I said, we're talking about Jesse Lingard. Like, so people in the comments, what do you think? Like, do you think this is a stepping stone? Like I said, Jesse Lingard was fantastic yesterday. This is a stepping stone for him to prove that he's a great signing for Nottingham Forest. I'm looking through the comment. This is from Rick Star Forest again. Great things we don't love Jesse because he's a celebrity. We love him because he's a grafter. And he puts a heart into his performance. If all goes well, we hope him offer another deal. That's the thing. I want to, like I said, if he does well for Man U and forward, you never know. People comments. What do you want? Would you love Jesse to stay for another season of Forest? Get your comments in. This is from Dan. If he likes, he'll stay. Maybe take a pay cut. If like you don't know. From Kieran, if he stays, he will stay. If we stay up, for me, it'll be a bit disappointment. I think he's turned 30, he's 30 years old. Experienced player, that number 10 that we need for a long time. You never know.
You've also got to think of the Brazilian lad. The Brazilian lad.
About him. There's a problem. I said before I do talk. I said I'm going to give this win as well. Looks like Jesse's happy to play on the Steve Cooper. Charlton at home, please. Like. This is the issue, right? Because both Johnson, Lingard, Taiwan, they played, and we still have to talk about Scarpa. Even Morgan Gibbs-White, slight injury, I think, up against Valencia. Them players are still. How are they going to get in? Like Dennis as well. We've got a good team, and I think we have. It's going to be a long season. People get comments in. Like I said, if you. Is it what time is it? It's a draw yet? It's 3:15. Not yet.
3. What is he on? 3:15.
3:10. 10. Sorry. I'm tired, people. Let me just give me some little.
Is he in a different country?
Yeah, I wish I was.
It's Saturday.
He's still jet lag, I think.
we can talk. I'm talking about another player. Like I said, idiot. Let's talk about another player. Let's talk about Remo, the Switzerland defensive player. I love him. And
quality
player there. Let me tell you, Walsh Steve. He's a quality player there. Like I love Ryan Yates, but he makes Ryan Yates even play better. I personally think he does. But what do you think of him? His performance yesterday, Walsh Steve.
yeah, like I said in the very beginning of the video, you could tell he was the work player on the pitch yesterday. He just had this aura around him. It's just almost like, yeah, you've been to the World Cup, mate, and you've got to the. Did they get to the quarters, Switzerland?
Yeah.
And he scored as well in the World Cup, which he's come back now. He's scored in the World Cup. His team's got to the quarters. He's played against some of the best players in the world, and now he's playing against Blackburn at Ewood Park. And you could just see,
This comment reminds me of David Phillips. Shout out to David Phillips.
Yeah, Dave Phillips.
100%.
With Freuler, right? What I find with him, you just have this feeling he's never going to give the ball away. He's just so calm under pressure. There was one instance last night. He was given a bit of a hospital pass by Worrell or Borry from the back, and he had like 3 players around him, and he just got he held the ball. They all got sucked into him, and he just found a pass. There was no panic in him at all. Just so calm, proper, just laid back footballer. He's a bit like Xhaka, isn't he, for Arsenal? He got that Switzerland kind of way, that kind of way of playing. They very just steady footballers, aren't they? Just calm. They don't make you panic. And he, like you said, he does allow Ryan Yates to buzz around and do all more of the donkey work and the get stuck in, because Freuler, he's more of a on the ball kind of player, isn't he? But he had a couple of shots as well, which flew over the bar. But again, he's not renowned for his goal scoring. But for me, outstanding player.
There's 59 people in. Before the Carabao Cup draw comes up, I'm going to say who was your man of the match yesterday. I'm going to go for each panel. So people in the comments, who was your man of the match and what was your rating as well? I'm going to start with you, Adam. Who was your man of the match and what was your rating from the team?
My man of the match, I've mentioned it earlier, Brennan Johnson. With not just because of his couple of goals, but he's come back from the World Cup and he's not letting phase him at all. So for me, yeah, it's Brennan Johnson. Rating for the team, I'd say 9 out of 10 for last night. So that's me. That's my rating really in the player of the match.
English, Steve.
I've got to say Lingard. Lingard. I said it last night. I just thought he worked hard and worked tirelessly, and he put a shift in. It was between Lingard and Johnson. I'll be honest with you, but Lingard for me. Team. 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. I thought we could have. 7.5 out of 10. All right, that's not me being negative. I just thought we should have been in the next round after 30 minutes, and we did sort of like give the ball away a bit, and the defence, two centre backs had a bad game. That's it. They just had a bad game. Fair enough, and that's it. They'll get better. They'll be a lot better against Man U. End of.
Well, Steve, who was your man of the match?
Yeah, Brennan Johnson was a standout. I got to give.
He was going to say the Welshman.
If it wasn't John, it would have been Nico Williams, or then it would have been Wayne Hennessy.
Yeah. No, but Brennan Johnson, best player in the pitch by far. Toffolo, well, he comes a close second for me, personal opinion. The team rating 8.5 for me. I agree with Steve. I think I wouldn't say Bally had such a bad game. Worrell was a little bit poor.
He just had a bad day,
giving the ball away a few times. Yeah, the two centre halves give us a few scary moments, but other than that, 8.5 out of 10. I thought we could have really put. We let them off the hook with 4 goals. I think it could have been about 8 or 9. Honestly, we absolutely bad with them.
If we won 8 and 9, we would have said, we deserve to win 8 and 9. That's the point, isn't it?
Again, it goes back to what I said in the very beginning. Is that if we had scraped past them 1-0, we'd have been laughed at. Oh, look at you just scraping a 1-0 win. Now we've beaten them 4-1. Oh, you've beaten our kids. Just can't win.
I can't believe how sharp we looked. I really can't believe how sharp we looked. We really looked sharp last night for a team coming back.
I just couldn't believe how quick. I couldn't believe how quick we got that ball forward. Like,
Yeah.
how Nick Williams looking for John. It was just so quick, wasn't it? Just straight away, bang, straight
away.
You
Just want to
so quick.
pick on
Just
one
go
thing
back to
about
the physical.
Frawler.
Oh,
You know, you're
sorry.
talking about Frawler, all right, and about David Phillips. You know what I like about Frawler is he gets the ball and he passes it to a red shirt. I mean, the last time I could remember him giving the ball away, I think was Brentford. I can't recall. You know, I think he gave the ball away against Brentford.
I think it happened once. I think what game was it? Aston Villa at home.
He does make Yates. I mean, Yates is a good player.
The one who squared the ball to the Brentford.
Yeah,
that's it. Brentford, not Villa, Brentford.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
But he gets the ball.
He squared the ball, didn't he?
And he passes it to a red shirt, and he keeps possession, and he's quality. I mean, you know, he's quality, and I hope, you know, like I say, we stay up. We will stay up, and we build on this, and we become a Premier League team for quite some time, because I think we've got the right owner. I will say that we've got the right owner.
That's what I said. People in the comments, I said, who was your man of the match? I've seen quite a lot of people. I've seen this. Where is it? Rick Star says Lingard, easy 9 out of 10. D Chapo says Johnson all day. Last night, BJC, my Rick said, I thought they said Brendan Johnson.
we are past the watershed now.
As well, Steve brought him. Nicky Williams, man of the match. What game's he watching?
Leave Nico alone, Leave Nico alone.
Williams.
I've just been absolutely hammered. Actually, someone will clip this, wouldn't they? For me, it was one for years. Someone looked up, and there's something I've been done. I've been done there. I've been done there. Oh God! Right, is it draw time yet, people? What time is it? Let's talk. Before the draw comes, like I said, let me ask you, Adam. Marinakis has said in a interview with John Percy, we need a centre back and we need a striker. Do you agree with him?
Striker, absolutely. A number 9 is an essential. You know, like a centre forward, we definitely need. So you know, like what Dave said the other night, like a young Glenn Murray, someone like a young Glenn Murray, who knows where the back of the net is. I'm not taking nothing away from Super Sammy Surridge or Awoniyi or Johnson or Dennis, but we need like a proper centre forward, someone who knows where the back of the net is, as well as, you know, some of the players we've got. It's just to give that extra experience, that extra edge. You know what I mean? Who's gonna be a goal scorer? I'm not. Like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from Sam Surridge. I think Sam Surridge. I think he ought to get more starts, but at the same time, we do need that centre forward, but a bit more experience. That's it. And also, regards to a centre half, that's interesting you said that, because I feel sorry for Lloyd Baddy, because I think he's not really been given a fair chance. I've read a lot of stuff in Nottinghamshire Live and that, and he could be on his way out in January. He is, right. But I feel sorry for him. I think severe. Yeah, I think severe, close to getting him out there. But I feel sorry for him. I really do. I really do. And I think it's now he said we need a centre half. I think we just should get Baddy a chance. You know, he's quite quick as well. But
he's in Seville now, I think, Adam. I think
the problem, right? Let me say something about Baldy. Right, I said, if he was that good, do you think he'd be playing for the French side?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I mean that French team, they've got a lot of good centre halves as well. So
yeah, but if he was that good,
more defence.
That's my argument. Like I said, I've seen quite a lot of Forest fans saying we're not playing in blah blah blah. Everyone's having a go at Cook with his age and da. Fair enough. Yeah, Cook is 34 years old. Baldy is 20 or what age he is. But if he was that good, he'd be in the Forest team.
Spot on.
Just saying. Like, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not saying like saying, oh yes, our defense is slow, like Worrell, Cook, McKenna. They're not that fast. He wasn't even playing for the under. How many games did he play for the under 23s? Not one. So, and now he's going to Seville. Maybe he could go there and prove every Forest fan wrong, but you never know. We never know. It could happen. Right. Before we do talk about this, and Forest, you got to say well done for them, because that's the sponsor that they did as well. Big up to Forest. Smash you, Alan. Big shout out to Forest for doing that sponsor today, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw it on Instagram, and I posted it on my stories as well, like what you do, Ben, normally as well. So, shout out to him for that. And it was a matter of time we're going to get a sponsor as well. And fair play to Marinakis as well, because deciding to be a bit patient, not just try and get just to jump in just any random sponsor that's out there. It is a very good sponsor that we've got, and it's quite well, as it says, says in it, it's a worldwide thing really. So shout out to Marinakis for that, and he's picked that really wisely.
What do you think, English Steve? Great, it's fantastic, wasn't it?
Well, firstly, it's absolutely fantastic. Great. What he's done, and secondly, you don't see this, but you think what publicity we are going to get having that on our shirts. What we're doing, the publicity we're going to get on that. It stands for a great reason. It's a great charitable thing, and again, Nottingham Forest Football Club, by this wonderful owner that has took us from despair to where we are now, has put this on our shirts, and we are going to be known as this. And am I right in thinking this? Another stat coming out, this clever brain up here. Didn't Barcelona do this 5 years ago, 6 years ago? UNICEF?
They did it. They did it.
And well played to him. But, like I say, every Forest fan, we talk about Stevie Cooper. Great. We all love him. Fantastic what he's done. But let's just praise our owner. What a great owner we've got.
100%. And you know what, English Steve? He's proved me and probably a lot of Forest fans wrong as well, because there's all that stuff going around about his fixing and all that stuff. But I put my hands up. He's proved me wrong massively. And I thought at first he was just as bad as Fawaz. I'm not going to lie to you, but he's done wonders for this club. And it's great what Steve Cooper's done and everything, and it's good what Dave Murphy's done. But Evangelos Marinakis, we've got to remember what he's done for this club. And when he just before he just took ownership of us, 5 years ago, we was on the verge of getting relegated back to League One.
Yeah, League One, yeah.
And and now, okay, he's made a couple of bad appointments along the way, but at the same time, he's been fantastic, and you know what, he's done absolutely wonders for this club. I'm taking nothing away from his own country, Olympiacos, but for us, there's not many owners out there that can manage two big football clubs. You know what I mean?
I think it's great. I really do, and I think he's got the club's heart, and I think what he does for the club. And I said that May final, walking out when we got to the Premier League, I said he is going to want this club to stay.
Right, 3 minutes ago, people. It's Carabao Cup time. So, right, in the comments, people, who do you want in the Carabao Cup final? And to go through the panel, let me ask you, Steve, who do you want and why? Well, Steve, he's frozen.
I want Man City away.
What?
Oh, hang on.
What?
Hang on. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Hello.
We're going to mute you.
Am I back?
Yeah.
We can hear you. We can hear you. Is anyone watching it? Adam, Steve, are you watching the draw?
No.
Well, I've got it live on TV. He's got Jurgen Klopp in his post-match interview at the minute.
Okay.
On
That's fine
mine.
then. So, right, okay. Before Steven's gone, right. Matt, ask you, Adam. Adam, who do you want in the Carabao Cup?
Oh, it's the obvious. I want Charlton at home. I don't want them away because the last time we played them away, it was really tough. It's a tough ground to play out the Valley. So I definitely want Charlton at home, 100%.
Well, Steve. English Steve.
Oh, Steve.
Sorry.
I'm better looking. Who do I want? Who do I want? Who do I want? Man U at home.
What?
Man U at home. Do you know why? Because if you're going to get to Wembley, yeah, if you're going to beat them, you're going to beat anyone that's put in front of you. We won't get Charlton because we just won't get Charlton because our ball will be heavier. I don't want Chelsea away. The travel arrangements are a nightmare to get down there.
Oh, I don't want Chelsea. I don't know.
That's who we'll get. We'll get Chelsea away because we always end up playing Chelsea in one of the cups.
You're going to a library at the end of the day if you go to Chelsea.
Well, you're going Old Trafford to library, innit? You know, they get free sat nav when they buy a shirt.
Oh, days. Right, so, well, Steve, are you back?
Sorry, Ben. Before I cut off, you asked me what I want.
Yeah, who do you want?
I'm just going to nip the toilet before the
Yeah, go toilet then. Well, Steve, who do you want?
I was lying when I said Man City.
You liar! You want Man
Charlton.
City? Charlton.
Charlton.
Oh,
I was lying when I said Man City.
you liar! You want you want
Charlton
you want
won.
Man. Oh, people. Right, so people. No,
Man
Chelsea
City.
are out.
Away.
Who's a Chelsea? Chelsea are out. Chelsea out. Who's a Chelsea out?
out.
Who's a Chelsea? Who's a Chelsea? Did English Steve say Chelsea?
Yeah, he did. Oh no.
Yeah, Chelsea out.
Who's a Chelsea? Who's English Steve said Chelsea?
Yeah, he said we don't want Chelsea away. That was what it was.
That's
The
great.
travel arrangements and whatnot.
No. So I'm not gonna lie. I want Charlton. I want Charlton so we can have a semi-final against someone. So people in the comments, I want Charlton at home and away. People in the comments, who do you want? I'm just go through the comments. Rick Starr said, bet we get Charlton now. Seaside Shaggers, Southampton. Kieran says, Old Trafford away. It's dreadful. It is dreadful. It is quiet place. Hello, Dor, Steve, and Adam. Great panel tonight. Shout out to James. Make sure everyone sees this vlog as well. Right, Adam and Steve, are you watching the draw?
Yes, it's just seen that Scouse Jamie Carragher flapping his gums at the minute.
All right then, just make sure. Right, you, Steve. I mean, not with there. Right, English Steve.
Yeah.
Chelsea are out.
Pardon?
Chelsea are out. Not in the Carabao Cup.
What'd you say?
They're not in the Carabao Cup. They're out.
Who?
Chelsea.
Oh, well, which cup am I thinking of then? Okay, well, we're not going then, are we? So I didn't want that, so we're not going. Okay. By the way, Ben, I just thought I'd let you know. I've just gone upstairs. My 8-year-old daughter, who got to bed last night at 2:00, he's wide awake, still up there. She's just said to me, Daddy, where am I going in the quarterfinal? I'm not going to sleep until you let me know.
Oh, dear. Bless her. Shout out to Erin as well. My number one fan, Erin. Right, so people, Adam, has it started yet? Come on, people, everyone.
No, it's just showing the highlights of Kevin De Bruyne at the moment.
Oh, who cares about De Bruyne? Get the draw done. It's brilliant.
I know, they're going on a bit, man.
Oh, come on. So people in the comments, who do you want in the Carabao Cup quarter final? I want Charlton. In hindsight, I don't want Man City. I
I'd like Derby. Oh, they're out as well, ain't they?
Oh, they're out. So any Derby fans, you can watch. I don't know. You can just watch the news or something like that. You can't be watching this.
News at 10.
News at 10. So so yeah, Derby fans, look away now. So it is what it is, right? So And actually, before we start, and I think I asked the other panel the other day, Steve, Adams, and Steve, can Forest stay up? English Steve, yes or no?
Of course they're staying up. I've said all along we're staying up.
Yeah,
We're just
Adam.
going to get over the line.
Adam.
Yeah, we're staying up. Absolutely. Don't you know we're staying up?
Oh, days. Well, Steve.
Right, my connection is rubbish. Thank lads. Yes, of course we can. Yeah, 100%.
Have you got broadband down there yet? Welsh.
It's a Welsh thing. It's just a Welsh thing, isn't it?
Yeah, they're still on analog.
I'm on dial-up. Hang on. Morse code down here.
He's watching his TV programs.
Oh, right. Is it Joy? Adam, has it
I
started
just got
yet?
barely channel.
No, he's still talking. He's still talking.
Oh,
Still got
Carry-
4 channels down in
Carry-
Wales.
He's doing this on purpose.
Oh, we've gone like Richard and Jamie Carragher blabbing.
Oh, flapping his little gums.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know.
what number are we anyway? What number are we?
5. Number 5.
So people
Oh,
come on, say, people in the comments, who do you want in the quarterfinal draw? I want Charlton. I'm hopefully we get Charlton because I do want to get in the semi-final. No disrespect to Charlton. No disrespect, and I think they've got a good fan base as well. But I do want Charlton. I don't want Man City. If we get Man City, oh great,
We're through
Haaland
to the
again.
semi-final.
Yeah. So people, like I said, what's this? Imagine if we drew Gary Megson. Oh, don't mention that little prick again. Actually, a horrible little turd. Yes. I'm just repeating what Alan Rogers said. So I'm just saying, horrible person he was. The 72 people in can do massive favour for me.
Old Jono didn't have too much good to say about him, did he? About Gary Megson. I don't think anyone had anything good to say about that bloke.
Absolutely bellend. Sorry, but he was. 71 people, if you do a massive favour for me, please do hit the like button. I'm on 54 likes. There's 71 people in. Please do hit the like button. We're just waiting to the FA Cup, not FA Cup, Carabao Cup draw. I'm on a little boo-boo style.
Here's a little bet with you boys. I bet Man City get Charlton.
Yeah.
There you go. Man City will get Charlton.
You always get things right, don't you, Steve?
Yeah.
Feeling in my water.
Right, so Adam, has it started yet?
No, Guardiola's talking in his interview.
Oh, for frig's sake, man, this is taking a
One of the Man clubs will have Charlton. Man United and Man City will have Charlton. You watch.
Come on, people, hurry up.
Is there any London sides left in it? I can't remember anything there. Is there?
Charlton.
Yeah, obviously Charlton.
Obviously Charlton.
We got.
Can someone
Charlton.
send Adam a map of the capital, please? Because I don't
Yeah, I
know
need
what happens
to,
in London.
Yeah, they are actually. Yeah, I just remembered Arsenal got knocked out, didn't they? As well, by Brighton. So
Nearly as bad as me saying I don't want Chelsea.
Oh, right. It is, and as well, Kip from Kieran. If you go sleep, door, you won't miss it. By the time I go sleep, probably still won't be done.
He had 4 hours sleep on the way home.
Oh, yeah, it was. Sammy says Southampton at home for me. You know what? I don't want Southampton away. I don't want Southampton away because we got. I'm sure we got Southampton, then Blackpool, and then I'm sure it's after that it's the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, it is.
I hope it don't. I'm just not
It's in
Southampton away.
between the
Leicester.
Is it in between the Leicester and the Bournemouth game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm praying, please don't knock Southampton away.
Just one thing, lads. Just one thing. Is the semi-final 2 legs still, or is it just 1 leg?
That's what I said. I don't know. Yeah, people comment.
Still 2 legs as far as I'm aware.
Is that Wembley?
That's the FA Cup.
That's the FA Cup.
Yeah. Don't worry, Steve. We'll help you out.
Oh,
Scratch your head.
yeah,
He's having a Rodney moment. Trigger.
Hey, you just got to think now, lads. You just got to think now. This is one of the reasons why I so badly want to beat Southampton is because they've got that prick Nathan Jones in charge. I can't stand that.
Yeah, but they've got Chris Cohen as well.
Well, he's an exception. I love Chris Cohen. Everyone loves Chris Cohen, but can't stand that prick Nathan Jones though. I can't stand him one bit.
You're not a fan then, Adam?
Oh,
I take it. Yeah.
No, not.
You send him a Christmas card.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. I'm like pricking capital letters in it.
It's insulting a prick.
Yeah. It's not just for Luton, but for Yeovil as well. So that's another reason why.
Well, what's happening, people? Because I'm behind. So I'm relying on you lot, people. I'm relying on you lot.
Limelight from Carragher again.
Oh, for frig's sake! Come on!
Come on, Carragher.
Is my link still working? Yeah.
It's still working.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for comments as well. How are you doing, True Red? Claire says Charlton. Dan says Charlton. Rick Star says Charlton. T Chapo. FA Cup for 1. We played no less.
Do you know what would be the best final for this League Cup? The best final for this League Cup would be, for spectacle, would be Newcastle against Forest.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Rick Star, you're going to have to start paying fees if the stream gets longer.
That would be Ben, have you ever done a video that's overlapping another day?
No. I wish mad, wouldn't it? That'd be crazy if it did that.
I reckon Forest and Southampton final again. 1980. Was it 80 or 79? Is it 79? Final 3-2 Forest?
79.
Yeah, Statman.
Oh, here we go.
Statman.
Right, Adam, where are we? I was still talking.
Yeah, Michael Richards is talking there.
Oh, come on, man! People in the comments. Are you getting frustrated now?
I said this earlier. It'll be straight on after the match as well.
I think
before when they was doing the flashing lights and all that BS.
I think
it's just.
Carragher's still moaning that Liverpool out. I think.
He will moan. No, it's typical Carragher that.
You can understand what he's saying.
Man,
Going back to Darwin Núñez, what he's been doing now is just showing highlights of him from the game.
Look his comment. Hi, Dor. As Hendo can't play against Man U, Henderson is into time.
No, it wasn't. Apparently, it was. They didn't want to risk him, did they? If anything happened,
yeah, exactly.
To come on, and if he got a card, that's.
Listen to me. We'll see Henderson at Old Trafford as a number one. Why risk him against Blackburn?
Have you just listened to what you said?
Henderson.
You said Henderson.
Henderson. So,
a bit like storage, isn't it?
Storage.
Not
storage.
Yeah. Big Sam.
Big Sam. Shout out to Phil. Oh, come on. Adam, where are we now? Come on.
Jamie Carragher flapping again.
Oh, for freaks. Right, people, I'm going for a nap. Tell me where the draw is. Who can host it? Well, Steve, host it for me. I'll wait here till. Well, Steve, host it for me. Yeah? I'm waiting here. So wake me up.
All right.
Wake me up before you go. He's asleep again. DoreOnTour always snores.
DoreOnTour.
DoreOnTour.
All right. I got a question for everyone. Oh, am I back?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back now. Yeah, you just froze.
Am I here? Hello.
Seconds.
I got a question.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
You need to get a better plug-in.
I know. I don't know what's up with my signal tonight. Who's going to be the top scorer?
Watching too many of them DVDs, mate. Downloads. You're using all your free bits.
Yeah. Gigabytes.
Gigabytes. Yeah. Your data's used.
Oh dear.
Adam, we're all right.
Who's here?
Oh, he's
Who's
playing camera now. Oh, hang on. I think we're close.
What?
Oh,
Ricardo.
hang on. Oh, those shiny blue balls are on the screen. 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's coming up next now. It says next quarterfinal draw.
Now we're going
Woohoo! Right, people,
Back
it's
time.
draw time. Here we go. Right, people,
No, it's
who
just
do you
gone down.
want?
It's
In the
just gone
comments.
adverts now. So
What?
the adverts will come back.
Right, wake me up when it's 0. I've had enough. I'm going to sleep.
I'm glad I went to all that. Hey, I'm telling you. Man City.
Lads,
away.
did you hear my question?
Go on then.
My question?
Yeah.
Waiting.
I'm slightly delayed. See, who's going to be the top scorer for Forest this season?
Well, that's a good question.
Ronaldo. When he joins in January.
Hey, no, never say never.
There you go. Look, Snore on Tour's not waking up. He's hearing it. Ronaldo when he starts. January the 4th.
Steve, I can hear everything that you can. Don't ever mention that down on this. I don't
know if this is a bold statement or not, but I reckon the top scorer for us is going to be a Wanye.
It's a question for you. Right. Marinakis says a centre back. Our doors woke up, right? Centre back and a centre forward. Yeah?
Yeah.
We all know, because we're all intelligent, all right? Or half intelligent. Some of us are. January is the most difficult transfer window going because everyone wants that player. Yeah? So who do Forest get as that number 9? Say, number 9. And who do they get as that centre back? Because my argument in January is if you've got a player that's worth 10 million in, say, August, it's 20 million in January because everyone wants that player because they're desperate for a player, yeah? So who is that player? Who are those 2 players? Who are we going to get? There's a question for you. That's a decent question, I think, from Statman.
Yeah, I think...
Is it a draw yet?
It's adverts at the moment.
For free. Oh, great.
Answer me question. Come on, answer me question. Who do we get?
I'm going to say this, English Steve. I'm going to say this. It might be a bit of a gamble. Was that Australian centre or Suter at Stoke? Was it Suter? Is it Suter? I can't remember his name. That's Suter, yeah. I don't it might be a bit of a risk, but I'd get him in. He looks really solid. Okay.
Up top.
I'm just thinking realistically, who are really going to get like centre half wise? I won't want Will Keane. I've never rated Will. The
lad at Everton, Michael Keane. Is it Michael Keane?
Michael Keane, sorry, not Will Keane. He's the striker, isn't it? Michael Keane, yeah. I don't really rate Michael Keane, so I think Suter from Stoke.
Who's up top then?
What a striker! Would anyone take a punt on Chris Wood?
Yeah.
He's big and physical. Knows where the back of the net is when
that's who we need. That's the type of player we need.
And that's who they'll get most probably. Yeah, that's a good shout, Welsh Steve. And to say you're on delay, that's a good shout.
I would have loved, and I know probably Villa not. I don't think Villa will be able to get rid of him and won't be able to afford to. I'd take Danny Ings.
Another good shout.
Do
you know what? I'd take Wood ahead of Danny Ings because you know why? Because Wood's bringing in your Gibbs Whites, your Lingards, your Brennan Johnsons.
He's more physical.
Yeah, he's more physical. Yeah.
That's a good. I tell you what, that's the best thing Welsh Steve said all night. You know what I mean?
Is it still adverts?
It's come back on now. The coverage has, so it's just showing the last goal from the winning goal from Ake, and that's it now.
And before draw comes, Forest, can I have half my money back because I only watched the second half yesterday. So if anyone from Forest watching this, can I have my? How much was the ticket, Steve? Was it £12? I want £6 back because I only watched half the game.
I had to pay again to get back in.
Good.
Yeah, well, they were going to leave me and my 2 kids. 7, you know, I nearly had to pay to get in, but then I flashed my eyes and charm, and I got me and Lee Tilson and
Charm.
Charlie in.
Charm. What charm? You ain't got charm.
I said, look, I'll buy you.
Right, it's happening. Is it happening? Adam, is it happening yet?
Yeah, it's I don't know who's female presenter. She's talking. Oh, Shay Gibbons on there. I don't know who this woman is on the right hand side, but still, Shay Gibbons on there. Yeah, obviously ex Sheep coach. So, but yeah, it's just talking and yeah, it's just talking at the minute. That's all they're doing. So they need to just bloody get on with it.
Right, so people in the comments, who do you want in the draw? I want Charlton. Steve wants Charlton. He wants Man City. English Steve wants Charlton. And what do you want, Adam?
No,
I want Man U at home.
I want Man U at home.
What do you want Man U at home for? What for?
Because I want to beat them. I want to beat everyone. You know, look, if there was a 6-foot kid in the playground at school, yeah, you wanted to beat him more than the 5-foot kid. Do you know what I mean? So let's take them on and we're Forest. We're not scared of anyone.
Well, we're not scared of everyone. But here we go. Forest.
Born number 5.
Adam, has it started?
Just showing you the numbers there. Charlton's number 1, Leicester 2, Manchester United 3, Newcastle 4, Forest 5, Southampton 6, Wolves 7, Man City 8.
Oh, come on now. Right, so the draw is back to go, people. So who do you want in the draw? Carabao Cup, quarter-final. Please. Charlton. I'll take Charlton.
Quarter-finals to be played week commencing 9th of January.
So that's 9th of January?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a week after, pretty much a week after New Year's Day.
So that's after Blackpool then? That's after Blackpool then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Told you. I don't want Southampton. Please not Southampton.
I just don't want to back to Nathan Jones.
I think we're going to have Newcastle away.
I don't want Southampton.
I think we're going to have 1 of 7. That's what I think.
So come on, people. You know what?
Here we go, Shay Gibbon. Number 3. So that is Manchester United.
Oh, please don't say that. Please don't. Go on.
So Shay Gibbons he's just took out Manchester United. So she's just rolling around. And it is number 1. So Manchester United against Charlton.
Oh.
I told you.
Oh, it's won the Premier League. Oh, for freaks.
Oh,
what do you mean, Man City? Oh, don't, please don't.
Why are they so jammy?
Ah! For fuck's sake. Damn it!
I can remember you, English Steve. Oh, number 6, Southampton.
No, please. No. Please, no. No.
It's been drawn.
No,
I'm slightly behind.
No, Manchester City, they've got
I'm happy with that.
Leicester at home, boys. It's
Leicester away. No, Leicester away. I'll take Leicester away. Leicester.
Yeah, we're at home.
Number 5.
We're at home. We're at home.
Leicester. I'll take Leicester.
We're behind the link.
I think we
Wolves.
get Newcastle at home.
Wolves.
And we normally do well against Newcastle at home as well.
Come on.
Number 7, Wolves. We've got Wolves. MGW against his old club.
I'll take that. I'll take Wolves. I'll take that. Forest, I've got Wolves. I'll take that.
Let's see what else we've got left now. Newcastle at home.
People in the comments, are you happy with that? Wolves at home. MG.
Can I just say something, boys? Yeah. Now we've got a very, very good chance
Yes.
of getting to Wembley. All right.
That's good.
But there is a possibility, there's a chance here.
Newcastle and Leicester. That's it.
Oof.
I'll take that. People in the comments, how do you feel about that? I'll take that. I'll take Wolves because who's their manager?
Oh, he used to manage. He used to coach Spain, Real Madrid, and Real Betis.
I'll take that. So Forest have got Wolves at home. That's it. That's a good draw. I don't remember. Did they beat us 2 seasons ago under Chris Hughton?
5-0.
Yes, did. Morgan Gibbs-White scored that night.
Yeah,
well.
and Morgan Gibbs-White scored, didn't it? Yeah. Oh, bloody hell.
But they've got, the thing is, though, the only thing, they've not got much going forward except for Raul Jimenez. On his day, he can be deadly. But apart from that, Iwangi Chan, he's not really an out-and-out goal scored. Guedes from Valencia, not really an out-and-out striker.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Here's one for you. Ronaldo makes his debut in that semi-final.
Oh, shut up, Mr. Stephen. Right, people, here he is. He's been on a beer. I think that's the end of it before.
Ronaldo back post.
You know what, English Steve? I remember you saying on one of these shows last season, you predicted Forest would get to Wembley, didn't you, for the playoff final?
Yeah, I did.
And you said you'll win it.
He won't accept it, Dore. He won't accept it.
Oh, I know.
He asked me in October, and I said, "Where do you think we'll finish?" And he was going, "Well, I think we'll finish about 8th." And I went, "No, we'll get to the playoff final." And he just laughed. He laughed.
Me?
Yeah.
Liar. Absolutely liar. Right. People.
I've got a video of you at Blackpool.
Liar. Absolutely liar. Right. People, it's been a great show. Thank you
Can I just say one thing before I go?
Yeah.
I'm on a site delay here. Just a quick one. Just a quick thing. Steve will probably answer this really quick. If we get to the final and play Man City and they beat us, do we get into Europe then?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, we do.
No.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Don't we?
Bro, no, it goes to the next place in the league. It goes down a place in the league. Only the FA Cup.
Millwall in the FA Cup. Ah, right. Okay.
How they work it now is that if Man City win and it goes down a place in the league. Yeah, that's how it worked last time, I believe, because there was a bit of a kick-off because someone had got to the final, so they give it to the league, and whether they change the rules, I don't know.
Because you have to literally win it, don't you? Because I can remember when Birmingham won it all those years ago under Alex McLeish, they beat Arsenal, didn't they?
Yeah, they got it.
Stadium, and
they
got
to win it, didn't they?
Got relegated to the same season.
Before we do go, I just hope Forest don't do this mess again. Remember the playtime thing for the it was admin for playtime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Forest, don't do that, please.
Dennis funny with his little walls around him.
Yeah, Forest fans.
Do that again.
Forest, don't do that again because we got absolutely.
Because they'll end up taking us to the woodshed again. And don't let that happen, do we?
Yeah. Right.
Listen, boys, that is a good draw. Wolves at home.
It's a great draw.
It's not an easy draw. It's not an easy game, but it is a good draw.
It's a good draw.
You kept away from 2 that you didn't want. 3 actually. You didn't want Newcastle. You don't want Man U. You don't want Man City.
Well, people,
in the next round.
Well, people, it's been a good stream. Thank you for everyone that's took part. Thank you, English Steve. Thank you, Welsh Steve, and thank you, Jack Grealish, aka Adam Asto. People, I've got the Man U preview show. That I think it's Boxing Day. I'm doing it, so watch out for that. There's quite a lot more content coming through as well. So if you want to watch all these streams, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well. And as well,
just
say
one thing.
Yeah, go on.
Happy Christmas to everyone.
Happy Christmas to everyone.
Christmas to everybody.
Yeah. Merry Christmas
to all frees as well.
And happy
all followers.
To all the followers as well.
Do you still have Christmas in Wales? Does it still have Christmas in Wales?
Right, leave English Steve, leave these Welsh people alone, man. This guy, all the Welsh fans, all the Welsh fans.
It's only banter.
People,
I love driving through Wales.
People in the comments, if you're watching this, rewrite in the comments, absolutely destroy Steve. Destroy him. English Steve.
Can I finish as well? Can I add something? If Lingard does score at Old Trafford and we win, right, it's got to be both, in score and win. I think everyone should do what he did when he revealed himself in the transfer. Do that, what you call it? Done deal, baby. Let's go.
I thought you were going to say he buys all a pint.
Right, people, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for watching this. And like I said, if you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you soon. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, peace and love, up the forest.
You ready?